First of all, before we go any further, I want each one of you, maybe not Miles because obviously he's on my side, he's an Arsenal fan, but even Miles isn't always on my side. So I want each and every one of you to look at me in the eyes and say I was right because I'm freaking was.
I'm not doing that.
There's no way I went on a whole rant 3 weeks ago about the referees having agendas and having literally having like unconscious biases that make them make decisions that would otherwise not be completely and utterly fair. And what comes out today, Julian? Explain to me what comes out today.
So today, a video comes out, we don't know how, but a video drops of Premier League referee David Coote.
Who is a well-renowned referee, by the way.
A well-renowned referee whose Facebook banner was Old Trafford a couple years back. I don't know if you guys saw that, but his reputation was already a little bit in the shitter. So the video leaks today of David Coote, presumably on a bender with a couple of uni kids,
Which
on
is
a couch.
Crazy.
Which is a little sus in itself.
To each their own.
You're like 39 going on the bender with university kids.
And this is like lockdown period, I think so. And then this like kid that's like our age basically is with him on like a Snapchat saying like, what do we think of the Scousers? Fucking cunts they are. He goes on a rant about Jurgen Klopp at the time, the Liverpool team, saying that he hates the team, he hates Liverpool, he hates the Scouse.
I feel like Miles should be reading this quote here because he does the accents very well.
Yeah.
I can give it to you if you want.
Give him the script. Load it up.
No, hold on. There's holes in the story there. If he hates Liverpool, he doesn't have a Scouse accent.
No, he doesn't, but you can still do
I'm not saying.
Nice accent there. The right pop one.
What accent do you want me to do?
Give us
Just a British.
Give us a Scouse
classic
accent.
British.
Just
Go.
give us a Scouse
Go on,
one.
reenact it. What do you think of the Scouse, David?
Then he accused me of lying. Then he just had to fucking. He just had the right fucking pop at me. I've got no interest in speaking to someone's fucking arrogance. I don't do my best to no speak. James Milner's alright. I get with Milner. Again, Coote holds his mobile phone up, showing him acting as the fourth official in the Liverpool game, standing there next to Milner and Klopp and wearing a mask. You can ask.
Oh, he's not done. Sorry.
Yeah, with a mask and social distancing. I just sound Irish at this point. 10 meters apart, but my God.
It started really well.
Yeah,
that might have to
German
be.
cunt. Fuck me.
Might have
That's
to be.
getting bleeded. I'm so sorry.
Anyway,
God.
yeah. So that
Monday
happened.
sillies.
Yeah.
And like I said, I went on a whole rant 3 weeks ago about how these referees have apparently not subconscious biases, conscious biases that affect their decision making that make the games not officiated fairly. And I outlined this perfectly. And you said, Julian, you asked me, Blake, what should we do to counteract this? And I said, there's nothing you can do except criticize and keep pointing it out when decisions that seem suspect happen.
But suspect decisions happen all the time. That's the problem. That's the thing. David Coote's recent decisions against Liverpool. Let's go through it.
Oh, you want me to? I got you.
Do it. Go through it.
First of all, the incident that they were talking about here in question.
Yeah, do it.
It's the Liverpool game where they lost their 100% record at home against Burnley in 2020 during COVID.
I actually don't remember that.
It was when, in the second half, he waved away a strong penalty appeal from Liverpool after Burnley's Johan Berg Gudmundsson dispossessed Andy Robertson in the Burnley penalty area.
Good player.
What's funny enough is that it's not the only time that David Coote's refereed it's not the only time he's been at had made a controversial decision in a Liverpool game.
Yeah.
Another one he made. Do you remember?
Oh, I know. Say it. I know.
Do you remember?
I remember. Just say it.
The Pickford challenge on Van Dijk where he tore his ACL and suspended him for the rest of the season.
Not what I was
wasn't a
gonna
penalty.
and didn't get a red card or a penalty. That was David Coote.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember?
I do.
Martin Odegaard
I do.
Playing basketball.
playing basketball.
But there's an Arsenal agenda, apparently.
Don't do that. Don't rage bait me. Because don't do that. Because I didn't go on. No.
So he's been at the root of two. He's been at the root of two Liverpool games where it's been controversial.
Yeah. You think Michael Oliver doesn't have biases?
Hey, I feel like if you dig a little deep, you can definitely find stuff.
That's what I'm saying. And in that discussion, Julian, you son of a bee, because I'm trying to be more family friendly on this podcast now.
We've already said see you next Tuesday.
I outlined the fact that this bias affects every team, including inside the Big Six, outside the Big Six. I outlined that. And in this case, yeah, Arsenal wasn't the direct culprit of this terrible officiating. But that doesn't mean it hasn't happened with another referee. This doesn't mean that from this point forward, referees are going to be looked at in a very different light. You don't think Martin Tyler, Michael Oliver, and
Paul Tierney.
Anthony Taylor, Paul Tierney, these guys, you don't think they're going to be going around there living out their days now with with the minds of a nun. Like they can't do anything wrong. Because if they do, every single thing they say now is going to be screwed.
Well, isn't that good though?
That's fantastic.
That's great.
And it's hopefully what this does is it takes away that bias I'm talking about, or it makes them question their bias as they're playing the games.
Maybe this is what the Premier League needed.
Wanted. Yeah.
Maybe it's what the Premier League needed. For a biased referee to get fired. Now everyone's in check. Yeah. And every single wrong move they make is going to be analyzed.
I wish I said this. I wish I said someone needs to get called out. I would have looked so smart.
I mean, but this is the thing, right? Like we kind of forget that we definitely forget that players are human, but we sometimes forget that referees are human. Like the guy was on a pisser with a few uni kids, and I think the week before he was getting like shouted at by the Liverpool players. So do I see where he's coming from, and do I see it from a human side? Yes. Does it just because he was drunk complaining to somebody about Liverpool, does that mean that he went in with an inherent bias against them the next time? I don't know. That may be a little bit of a stretch. Like, if we're being completely honest, I think we're making the assumption that just because he didn't like Liverpool for a time on a personal level, he punished them for it at a professional level. I think to make that assumption is a little bit out there, just a little bit, because
no,
I was going to say if I was a referee, but
no, but it's not though, because that comes with a job. You have to stay impartial, and he lost all credibility by saying that. That's like a judge having a bad experience with, like, let's say a judge has a bad experience with like a certain race. Let's say a judge has a bad experience with white people.
Sure.
And the next like white person hillbilly he has to sentence to prison. Mm-hmm. The judge makes the call to sentence them to like a longer prison sentence because he had a bad experience with that. And maybe not, but if something comes out about the judge saying something about hillbillies that he hates them,
you're not even when he's judging hillbillies.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No,
again,
you're right.
Very different scales.
Yeah.
One's football, one's the life of a human being.
You are right.
But it's the credibility that's completely gone because of that whole situation.
No, you're right. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, but you are absolutely right. He should, at the minimum, never referee a Liverpool game ever again, or anything close to a Liverpool game. Because there are referees that if you grew up in an area in England, you can't referee the local team.
Yeah.
So I think Michael Oliver doesn't claim to be a Newcastle fan, but because he grew up in that area, up in the north, he can't referee Newcastle games. But it's kind of a loophole, because then you could referee their biggest rivals' games, and you could influence where that team indirectly is going to place in the league. Yeah. So it is a bit odd. I was hearing rumors that David Coote was on VAR for the Rodri handball chess controversy against Everton that one year when Liverpool lost the league by like a point on the final day. So I'm hearing the streets are saying that Coote cost them the league.
I also saw that David Coote's denying it and saying that it's AI.
Oh my God, I saw that.
There's no way.
You fucking
Is he actually denying it?
Yeah.
He's saying it's AI.
He said it was AI.
No way.
That's fucking ridiculous,
Which I'm not saying it's
AI.
No, but you look at it,
AI at all. You can tell, bro.
The lad recorded it on Snapchat and sent it to a friend.
Okay.
Like, it's so obvious, mate. I know AI is getting scary these days, but
like, bro, why does it come out now? Like, it's just weird.
It is weird, probably because like, bro, probably like,
you know how
some
easy it
friend
is?
sent it to a friend and then it got shared around. Then a couple years later, someone decided to leak it. Just
a
cause.
friend tells a friend, then he tells a friend, and then they have an argument. Oh, I'm gonna leak this. Okay, bang, leaked.
Yeah, or it's
That's
just been so
crazy.
long they feel like, I feel like
cares?
causing some chaos.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah, Premier League was getting a bit dry.
Bro, who's sitting there being like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it with this revolutionary AI video technology that nobody else has access to. I'm gonna make a fake video of David Coote. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Well, anyway,
AI is not that good, not yet.
so do I get? And I was right.
You get some flowers,
Okay.
but you get like a poppy. Hey, Remembrance Day.
Hey, actually, speaking of, we should say,
Lest we forget.
yeah, lest we forget. We probably should have been wearing poppies in this.
Yeah, we should have.
But it's okay. If we can all make a, I don't know, a conscious decision to donate or something in the next week, then that should do it.
I like that.
We should do that. Sure.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Lest we forget. Shout
Lest
out.
we forget, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, where were we next? Does this really change anything about referees in Premier League and
I think
all
it
that
does.
stuff?
I think it does
I
too.
think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, they're gonna be.
Hopefully Arsenal gets some more
in check
penalties,
of Every
baby.
single mistake they made, they're gonna think, "Is this bringing up my bias?"
No.
Like Blake said.
Maybe this is on the Premier League and PGMML, so for not doing like a sufficient background check.
It almost gives you the idea, like, should leagues hire referees abroad?
That's what I was thinking. I think they should. I don't
Yeah.
see a reason apart from language barrier. I don't see a reason why they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Hire
Prem teams
a-
have also been done up in the Champions League. Let's
Who?
not forget.
What did you say?
Like teams have been like screwed in
Oh,
the
of
Champions
course,
League as
yeah.
well with foreign refs.
Look, and it's gonna be with every team. Like, none of us really like Madrid, so if we were gonna, that's a bias we have, but we don't feel that strongly
No, you're
for or against. It's so hard, but it's the outlandish, strong opinions that are biases. That's the ones we need to get rid of.
Yeah.
No, you're
But
absolutely right.
anyway,
Shall we move on to the actual games, or is there something else
Sure.
to say about Mr. Coot?
no.
No, we done.
Let's go.